Over the past few hours, Iran has launched attacks on several U.S. allies in the region, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain. There are reports of a Saudi oil refinery coming under an Iranian drone attack. Several U.S. planes have crashed in Kuwait, according to its Ministry of Defense. The crews of the aircraft are safe. Kuwait says it's investigating the cause of the incident. Fire and plumes of smoke have been seen near the U.S. Embassy. The embassy has urged people not to come to the compound and to take. Oil refinery has halted operations after a suspected Iranian strike. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry said 2 drones attempted to strike the plant and were intercepted. The ministry added falling debris caused a limited fire at the facility. The country's oil giant Aramco says it shut the Ras Tanura refinery as a precautionary measure. Smoke is seen at Salman port in the capital Manama following an attack. The port houses the U.S. Navy's 5th fleet. Bangs were also heard here in the Qatari capital, Doha, as its air defense system intercepted attacks from Iran. Qatar's Al Udeid Air Base hosts U.S. and other international forces. Since Saturday, across the Gulf, civilian infrastructure from seaports and airports to residential buildings and hotels have been hit in Iranian. Red Crescent says 555 people have been killed in 3 days of joint U.S.-Israel strikes across Iran. This was the scene in the city of Sanaj Daj, that's in Kurdistan province in the west of the country. The U.S. military says it struck more than 1,000 targets inside Iran since the beginning of the joint operation. The conflict is also spilling over into Lebanon, drawing in Iran's key regional ally, Hezbollah. Israeli strikes have killed at least 31 people, including a senior Hezbollah commander. Israel says the attacks are in response to Hezbollah firing a barrage of rockets and drones at northern.
The Kuwaiti Ministry of Defense confirming that several U.S. jets, not exactly putting a number on it, but saying several U.S. jets had been shot down or had crashed in Kuwait. Now, we've seen at least 2 separate looking videos, 2 independent videos that seem to show 2 separate crashes. One, we see this aircraft spiraling, an F-15E Strike Eagle, spiraling, its tail on fire, trailing smoke, and crashing to the ground. 2 pilots there did manage to eject. That was also seen on social media videos that were posted, and then they were shown later on the ground being helped and assisted by locals. Another video seeming to show a crash happening over a more urban area. And in the past hour, we've had the Iranian army confirming that we targeted U.S. Ali al-Salem base in Kuwait and hostile vessels in the northern Indian Ocean with 15 cruise missiles. A television report quoting the Iranian military going on to say a hostile American F-15 fighter jet was shot down near the border with Kuwait. Now, a few hours ago, there were still some concerns as to exactly how these jets may have come down. There was some concern there may have been some kind of mistake or error or friendly fire. Investigations are still ongoing. It is still unclear, but the Ministry of Defense of Kuwait did confirm that search and rescue operations were carried out immediately, that all the pilots piloting those American aircraft were safe and were well. But it does seem now that Iran is claiming to have shot down at least one of those jets close to the Kuwaiti border.